Well, well, well. Very interesting spread of answers here in the poll. Oh no. Nah, is my webcam really down now? That's actually so crazy. There we go. Okay, we should be back up now. Ready? There we go. Hi everybody. Well, hey everybody. Welcome on to my live stream today. I don't know why my camera was literally totally fine, and then it randomly just decided to poop its own pants right before the stream actually started. That's fun. Take a look at the poll here. It seems that people actually want me to change or get rid of my music. Majority, at least. It looks like it's 7-6 right now. 14. 14 majority ruling in favor of changing or getting rid of it. So which would y'all prefer, change or get rid of? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't think I'm ever changing the outro. I'm not gonna lie. Um, the outro music I think is the strongest by far. So that's staying. The intro music I could see why people would want it to change. Anyways, um, man, a lot's going on right now. You guys are witnessing the last stream I'm ever doing. I'm kidding. But I am going to be going away for a minute. It's a very busy month in general. Let me break down the timeline for you. Tonight, after this stream, I'm going to be driving out to South Carolina for my regionals for the World Ninja League. So I'm yeah, Sasha and I are taking a little road trip. It's about a 3-hour drive. Tomorrow, I compete in the regional championship. I'm going to be up against a bunch of ninjas in the South. Hopefully, I qualify for Worlds. Spoiler alert, I'm probably going to. Just because that's the way the cookie crumbles. I have to get in the top 24. There's 25 of us. So as long as I'm not last place, I'm okay. So with that said, I'm gonna go for a buzzer. Try and be a little more methodical with my runs. While also, I've been watching the runs all weekend because they're doing other divisions. I'm gonna make some moves where I know I can make some moves. Um, Thank you all. Thank you all for the wishes of good luck. Um, After that, literally, I want to stay for Elites. Elites is stacked, and you guys should check it out on the World Ninja League Facebook later on in the afternoon after I run. Ryan Stratus, Vance Walker, Caleb Bergstrom. There's a whole lot more, plus some ninjas that you haven't seen on TV that are incredible. They're all going to be competing in the Elite Division. It's going to be a real cool time. I can't stay, though. I'm going to basically wish everybody luck and then drive back to North Carolina, pack up. I'm going back home to Hawaii for a week, literally on Monday in the morning. So it's just boom, 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 boom. And then I'm spending a week in Hawaii. But make no mistake, I am vlogging regionals. I'm going to edit that vlog before I fly. I'm going to basically crank out the edits in about an hour or two. And then fly to Hawaii. And so we got a busy everything. And then I come back next week. We'll do another episode of Soapbox at the beginning of June. And a couple other videos here and there. Maybe Ninja Roast 3. Maybe. And then I have Worlds a few weeks after that. So it's just a busy time of year. It is the busiest time of year, actually. Regionals and Worlds. It's going to be a lot going on. But I'm excited. I feel good about it. I feel good about it for sure. In other news, check out the Sasuke Nerds. They dropped a video today about the dark history of Ninja Warrior on Challenge. I edited that video. I put quite a bit of time into that video to make sure that it was edited to the best of its ability. Callum and Shane did a great job fact-checking everything. Same for Billy. They had Billy as like a bit of a reference. So, yeah. That's going to be a fun one. And then also, apply for Dropskate 10 if you're interested. Dropskate 10 applications are in the description of the teaser video. I'll be posting the link a little more everywhere, like on the community tab of the channel. I'll post it on the Ninja Masters for people to reference when I'm on vacation. So that'll be in there for a bit. Currently, we have 16 applications. We are maxing out at 50 players. I don't think we're going to get to 50, but the record is 27. I have a feeling we could get around there. We'll see. But check out the teaser. Apply if you're interested. It's going to be July 13th, 10 a.m. Eastern. Hopefully that accommodates for some Europeans, Australians, Asians. It is supposed to be a little more time zone friendly, and it is on a Saturday for most of you, Sunday for others. So that should work out for a lot of you guys. Thank you, Ninja Gamer. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Shane and Evan. It's gonna be a good time on TSN as well. TSN cranking out some content. We got some good videos in the works. I'm not helping out with all of them. Definitely not. I would lose my mind. But that's a great shout. Check out the Dropskate wiki. It's literally dropskate.fandom or something like. It's on fandom. So just type in Dropskate and you'll find basically the history of at least the past 9 with a couple of gaps. The editors have to. Gosh dang it, my phone fell. Ooh, Sasha's asking if I want Taco Bell before I drive. Yes, please. IDK what to get. Something steak. Burrito or quesadilla. All right. Hi, Donovan. Hi, Flo. Okay, I have 2 minutes to decide. Someone recommend me something good with steak at Taco Bell because I just, you know what? Screw it. 2 steak quesadillas. That's all I need. I'm probably gonna be driving most of the time, anyways. So that's fine. The Doritos tacos are pretty good, but it's just like it's not my favorite from Taco Bell. Wow. Those are all the announcements, I think. Hi, Alex. Hi, Lee. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I think those are all the announcements. Dropskate, Regionals, Vacation, Soapbox, TSN. Yeah. I have had nachos from Taco Bell. All right, so we're going to jump straight into Soapbox now. Soapbox is What is Ninja? And it is a look at ninja obstacles throughout history. We're going to be talking about different types of obstacles, how obstacles have evolved, and how the public, specifically how the public athletic community of ninja has perceived specific obstacles. Every month, I try and do an episode of Soapbox, and realistically, I'm going to level with you. It takes a while for me to come up with some ideas, and I wait until there's a little piece of content, maybe a show does something or says something, or a competitor posts something, says whatever, and then I'll get inspired to really go down the rabbit hole because I know I have a lot to say on a lot of things, even if I'm not always right. But I do have a lot to say about different topics, and this is one of them. I will credit the inspiration by citing 2 different things. One is the World Ninja League Finals, the championships last year. The drum hoppers. They had drum hoppers on their grip skills course, and according to the feedback by parents or athletes or coaches or whatever, this was the least liked obstacle. There were 4 skills and 3 stages across 7 courses. This was the least liked obstacle. Drum hoppers. And I have spoken to a trusted source about this before. And by that, I mean, it was literally from Alex, who's in the chat, after looking at this stuff as well. I believe it was after speaking with Alex. And he just said, even then, they were saying, like, endurance course, but that's not a grip obstacle, whatever. But also, they were just saying it's not a ninja obstacle. And I just hard disagree. And I know that there's a bunch of people in the chat who are going to jump in saying, like, it is a ninja obstacle. It came out on Sasuke, blah, blah, blah. Sasuke erasure from history. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's not about the Sasuke or ANW-ifying of the obstacles. It's not about anything like that, and we will get into that. But it is a point that you need to keep in mind. Apparently, drum hoppers are not ninja. Next, the main reason I decided, yeah, I need to commit to this is because Sam Folsom, very, very strong athlete himself, actually dropped a video ranking his 5 favorite and 5 least favorite obstacles from NSC. And he goes over one of his least favorites, and this is the clip that I'm going to show right now.
Going on to my second least favorite obstacle of Ninja Sport Network of all time, I'm going to have to go with the surfboard at big time. Now, there's a few different reasons that I do not like this obstacle. I could go with the obstacle aspects of it as far as technique goes. I did like the inconsistency. We were going over those little vinyl Velcro things on mats as you went over, so it could possibly get caught or kind of fumble on you in the actual obstacle itself, which I did not really like that aspect of the obstacle. Number 2, it did not feel like a ninja obstacle. It just felt like, you know, that there was no agility there, so it was kind of something to do in that area. It felt like it was not a flow obstacle or anything like that. It felt brand new, but not because it was a new obstacle. It just felt brand new because it was something, I guess, different that ninjas don't train. And I think to throw in an obstacle that nobody trains, it's, it takes away from the unique aspect, and it comes in maybe a little bit too technical for ninjas who don't train on wakeboards year round. We train ninja obstacles. I think a new variation of logs or log runner or diamond dash or something like that would be
I forgot that I muted so that way you guys could hear Sam's clip. Thank you for all reminding me. Yeah, so Sam makes a couple of points in the video, and I agree with some, and then others made me go, I should do a video about this. Number 1, that is just a poorly made obstacle, poorly constructed as a whole. 100% agree. He said it was in like a random spot on the course as well that kind of interrupted the flow of the course. That's more subjective. I do agree with him, having watched that competition. It did feel a little awkward placement-wise. But then he was just saying, like, we train ninja obstacles, not wakeboards. And that's the part where I was scratching my head a little bit. Like, there's got to be some sort of overlap. There's got to be some sort of compromise here that we can have so that way fun obstacles like that idea that we just saw with the boards can be present in ninja without being the level of quality that is that obstacle, if that makes sense. Now, is it valid to get mad at an obstacle that hasn't been done in practice? No. Simply put, no. I don't know how else to describe it. Am I still on mute, or is Donovan just deaf? Okay, apparently Donovan's just deaf. Anyways. So yeah, I don't think it's valid to get mad at an obstacle that hasn't been done in practice unless it's like stupid ridiculous. Like if it's like, hey, we're doing vertical limit 180 laches. That's just stupid hard, you know? I could understand a complaint for that. But something like drum hoppers, Alex just mentioned in the chat broken pipes, which was on stage 1 at Worlds. People complained about it. It's a balance obstacle. If you're complaining about that because it's not ninja or because you haven't trained it, that's like, I'm sorry, there are translatable skills to new obstacles all the time. You take a look at like A&W, they had clockwork, wait for it, things like that. They're just laches, just with different mechanisms. So as long as you know how to lache, you may not do it the fastest in the world, but you're able to lache. And you can still beat the obstacle. Same thing for broken pipes. You've run across a spinning log before. So this is just a spinning log with a gap in another spinning log. There are definitely skills that transfer over to that obstacle that allow people to clear it instead of falling and then getting salty and then saying it's not ninja, it's not fair, I didn't train for it. So no, I don't find it to be a valid complaint. However, is it valid to hate on obstacles that outright suck? Yes, absolutely. If there are design flaws, if it is just physically impossible, if it is dangerous, then yes, 100% that is where the criticism needs to be made. Even if, honestly, like, we all complain about, like, Slingshot on A&W 15 being in the semifinals because it's a pace killer after all these fast obstacles. I agree. So, malfunctions, like a design flaw, if it's dangerous, if it's in the wrong spot on the course, if it's too OP to the point where no one's ever going to beat it, no matter how hard they train, I can understand 100% why this would be a valid complaint. Now, let's talk about creativity throughout Ninja Warrior history. Again, here I have the most influential obstacle in Ninja Warrior history. Not the most iconic, not the most, famous. It's just the most impactful, the most influential. Because every single ninja obstacle almost, like 90% of ninja obstacles that have been made in the last decade have been variations of the jumping bars, aka laches. You're lashing from a bar to a board. You're lashing sideways. You're lashing in circles. You're lashing while holding a bar or a ring, or you're lashing on a trapeze to another trapeze, or you're lashing on a pulley system. A lot of new obstacles that show up are just new lache obstacles. And that's not to throw shade at course designers. That's not to throw shade at obstacle creators, because they create some very cool things. There have been some amazing lache-based obstacles throughout these past few years. I'm not really complaining about it, but it is definitely worth noting that because majority of courses now include lache-based obstacles with different variations to the move set that they're making, that is primarily what ninjas train. That is what, when a kid goes into ninja practice, they're maybe learning how to swing on stuff. They're learning how to lache from object to object or swing from ring to ring, bar to bar, to get used to that flow. Because if you don't have that and then you go to a competition, you're going to fail. You're not going to do well, because on a 10 obstacle course in a competition, at least 6 of them are going to be lache based. Now, there is another point about motorized and mechanical obstacles that Sam Folsom makes, so I'm going to mute my mic. Someone remind me to unmute so I don't start yapping while muted. And let's take a look at what Sam has to say here.
Probably the best agility in Ninja Sport Network till date. For my last honorable mention, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were thinking, oh my gosh, why wasn't this in his top 5 favorite obstacle? I want to give a shout out to the Rock Solid Magic Hat. Now, this was a cool obstacle. I thought it was a great idea. My honest opinion on obstacles like this, though, is I do not like electronics in ninja obstacles. I like mechanisms like bear trap or variations of samurai, but I actually don't like anything that is triggered by a electric or a flip or anything like that. The reason being is because I think that it has a lot of room for error. It has a lot of room for malfunction. Although this situation, I think it worked out great. I think in the future goal of Ninja, I hope to not see any more electronics on any of our courses. And that's just my personal opinion of obstacles. You never know when you're at a ninja competition like OA and the power is going to go out and they continue running on a generator, and then all of a sudden you can't have your magic hat work because it works on electricity, not on a mechanism. So that's just kind of my personal opinion, but it definitely was an awesome idea, and I know a lot of people loved seeing it. I hope.
All right, so that is Sam's take on obstacles. Again, you should totally check out his YouTube, by the way, because the whole video is pretty solid. He shouts out some really cool obstacles that have been made throughout the last few years. It is a pretty good analysis. He's also he's an obstacle designer himself. He's a very technical mind. So you can learn a lot from just watching his videos. And he's also a really cool dude. So, with that said, I've made a list of pros and cons about mechanical obstacles, or, motorized and electronic obstacles. At least the new types of moves Introduces a new level of intimidation, and it can look really cool. Because let's be real, the first time Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger and Cliffhanger Dimension were shown fully working and everything, we all looked at it like, how is this real? Like, how is this going to be beaten? How is this doable? And honestly, they do look really cool. I'm not going to pretend. I don't personally like the Cliffhanger Dimension all that much because I don't like that stage 3 really comes down to, can you beat that and the burst? And if you do that, the obstacles before and after it, they're freebies. I don't like that part of it. But is it cool that there's 2 moving ledges on the cliffhangers and stuff like that? Yeah, it is pretty cool, and it looks good, especially on TV with the right camera angles and stuff like that. However, the cons of mechanical obstacles, they can malfunction, RNG, inconsistency between runs. As Sam said, you know, there could be a power outage at a competition, and then suddenly your obstacle's not working, and that could lead to either like runs being altered and not really fair between all these different athletes, or it could be, you know, it could postpone a competition, things like that. So pros and cons of motorized obstacles as well. Now, does Ninja need new obstacles? Let me shrink my camera real quick so you guys can see this. It depends on, I mean, okay, we went over this. Yes, we did go over this in the difficulty scaling episode. And if you guys remember that, awesome. If you don't, or if you've never watched it, go check it out. It's in the Soapbox playlist on my channel. We could talk about a lot of different things here. But based off the difficulty scaling talk, we've discussed that Ninja needs new obstacles based off of, for Ninja shows, if it's gimmicky, if it's flashy, if it's camera friendly and made for ratings. It can't be something that's going to make people worry about serious injury, but that's kind of universal for obstacles. Camera friendly, you don't want these tiny moves that can't be caught on camera. You want the big flashy moves that make the athletes look cool, that you can get on camera, that look cinematic if you put it in the right lighting. So that's what they're looking for Ninja shows. Ninja leagues look for more challenging obstacles, more technical moves. They're meant to challenge athletes who are training consistently. They're in the Ninja gyms at least twice a week. Most of the time, the really, really talented athletes are in there 3 or 4 times a week. Trickier obstacles will be made for higher levels of competition. More gimmicky obstacles can be deemed unprofessional, which is very true, because if you have like a crapshoot looking obstacle that can vary and affect the results of different athletes' runs, you're definitely going to get a lot of complaints. However, that doesn't mean that these new obstacles can't be fresh. We don't need the 300th variant of the Lachey. We don't need a new shape for balance that we just run across, because I'll give you a hint. Diamond dash, coin flip, spin bridge. You step on the center, on the top center, and you run across and you hit those, and you're fine. On every single one, that is exactly what you have to do. We don't, let's change it up. Bring in some new ideas, incorporating new moves. Checking out Alex's message here. On my Ninja Machine survey, I asked people to rate the statement. All the obstacles I'll ever use are already in the game. It got 2.8 out of 5, so kind of middle of the road. Okay, not too bad. My personal wish list of obstacles that I would like to see more. Full body obstacles, rolling escargot, shattered panes, things that involve using all 4 of your limbs, your arms and your legs. They could be climbing based, they could be crawling based, they could be anything like that. You could be holding onto something, you could be upside down on all 4 limbs. I just think that in general, Ninja should not just be about popping through Lacheys, because that means you're really good at one specific type of skill. And there are plenty of ninjas out there who are really good at the Lachey obstacles, but they'll mess up a balance obstacle or a new type of unorthodox move that incorporates arms and feet, and they don't do well because of that, and it ruins their course run. I think just more full body obstacles would make this a more well-rounded sport, and allow for more creative obstacles to be put in competitions. Directional changes. I really enjoy directional changes. You know, when you're doing like a 90-degree turn in midair, or maybe you're doing like a sonic curve where you're swooshing around or you're going back and forth on something. I think there are a lot of different variables that you can use on sliders, on, you know, big swings, on coasters that you can, you know, if you play around with directional changes enough, you can make something really, really original. Those spinning discs, I love the spinning discs that have the little lip on the inside. DGS makes them, and you grab them, and it spins you, and you release, and you can do like a full 180, or you could. I think they're perfect. I love them. I don't think they're on courses enough, personally. Is that a lache? Yes, but it's a lache that's at least sending you in different directions, and you can. There's so many different ways to fall off of that obstacle that I think it's genuinely criminal how little those are used in competitions. It was part of the last obstacle of the Premier Series finals at Ferox. Yeah, I can understand why rolling log and rolling escargot would not be like totally loved by people because of how dizzy it makes them and stuff. It is more gimmicky as well. But in general, body prop. Why did body prop drop off the face of the earth? That's weird. I like Shattered Panes. It was from A&W 14. I don't think it should have been Obstacle 2, but I liked it. I think it's a good obstacle. And then finally, elevation changes, floor to sky. I'm actually looking, I was watching the regional that I'm competing at, and Brett Sims made a course that involves a lot of going from like trapezes to a trampoline and back up to flywheels. And then there's another obstacle where you go up the spider walk and then you slide down to a trampoline and you hop a ring into a sky hook. And like, that stuff's really cool. You can do so many different things with changing elevations. There's even changing elevations in midair. There's an obstacle that he put up this year for regionals. I'm going to have to try it, where you slide down a UFO on a slider. There's some cones above the UFO and a little behind it. So when you swing back up on the slider, you then have to pop over to the cones, catch the cones, and it swings you to the dismount platform. So it's like you're going down, back, up, and going. That's literally directional changes and elevation changes in one obstacle. I really like it. I'm very excited to try it, although it is the obstacle that's worrying me the most. Hopefully I can pull that off. We'll see. But yeah, like, I think that's a great idea for an obstacle. I would show you guys, but I'm pretty sure that since the stream started, the live stream ended. I want to see. I actually, you know what? Let me see here where they're at. Let me see. Let me see if they have the replay of the stream already. Yeah, it's already there. Let me see if I didn't get to see my my teammates compete. So let's do this. Let's go back to about here. Right about there. All right, so this is one of my teammates. Name's Cooper. I like this whole course. It just is going to be tough to beat. I know I can get these first few obstacles pretty easy. But again, variety in obstacles. I think that's something that's really, really cool. Right here, we've got, oh, that's not the speed course, but the speed course has a trapeze to the trampoline there, and then you go up to the flywheels. The flywheels are right behind my teammate. This stuff looks really cool, though. I'm really excited to try this. Oh my goodness, no, there's no holds there, my friend. No, it's okay. Challenge course, so he gets a retry. You got this. Taking it a little slow. Nice. It's gonna be tough, man. Great move. Not surprised. This kid is insane, by the way. He's like, yeah, no, it's insane how good he is. He's on the smaller side, but like, so much power, so much strength. And needless to say, when I race him, he wipes the floor with me. Nice. Woo! Like, this is cool. Skyhook directional changes and all right, now this looks like it's gonna be fun. It looks easy enough because as long as you just step on the very edges, it'll tilt. Yeah, solid moves. The shelves, we actually just practiced these on Thursday as well. We have some shelves over at Level Up. So I'm glad that I practiced those, and I'm glad I can link them. It looks a little too big to link. Those are wide shelves, so I'm not going to link them, but I know the tech for it. This is an interesting one. You got to knock that thing up to a bear trap. Like, this is cool. And then those are all individual battering rams that spin on you. So you want one hit on blue and one hit on black. Otherwise, it's going to spin out on you. And then go down the little bogeys here, the little cliffs.
There we go.
Nice and controlled.
Nice moves. Now this is the obstacle I was talking about, the UFO to the cones. There was one kid who just jumped straight to the cones, and I honestly think I might try that. Because I know I can hop, but I need to see how far that gap is in real life before I even consider that. If he's going down, he's going to pop back, and then Superman up. It's tough. It's very tough. Not many people have beaten it. I think the challenge course is so successful right now, Alex, because you can make obstacles that can't be beaten on the first try. Like when you make a flow course, every obstacle should be pretty doable on the first try for at least 10% of your field, in my opinion. And with challenge course, that's not really a requirement because you can just have them do it 2 tries. Ooh, I like this beta. I was thinking about that too, going on one side. Oh, he's there. You're there, my friend. You were there before.
Tap, tap, just tap and go. Tell him tap and go. Just tap and go.
You're there.
Tap and go. There
Nice.
it is. There it is.
All right, now this is the next one, the spider walk going on.
Flying through the spider
You
wall.
take the ring from the magnet there. You hop down to the trampoline. You reverse catch that hook. Woo! Like, that's crazy. And then a rope climb to finish off.
Oh, man.
I think he foot tapped on the edge.
Super, super solid effort by Cooper there.
That's nuts.
Super good
All right,
run.
wait, I got to see how my last teammate does because he's running last. All right, not a shock. He's through the first 2 obstacles. This is, yeah, he's crazy. This is my coach's son. And Link, and Link. Yep, shocker. He can crush basically all of this. I'm curious as to how they're going to adjust it. Typically, this is the teen division, and typically the teen division's course is harder than the adult course. What is he doing? Oh my
Moving
goodness, he's
across
going for the skip.
diagonally.
He's not going to get that. Put that back. Put that back. Oh my goodness! What? This is Blake. Blake is already qualified because he's ranked first in the whole region. So he's just going for big moves just cause he can. And why not? Oh my goodness. How? And then Lynx, is he gonna Link? I don't know about that. I don't know about me doing that. Although I did learn a couple weeks ago, Blake and I have the same wingspan. So if he can make a reach or something, I technically can as well. It's just gonna come down to power and technique. He has more technique than me. Power, slightly the bigger. I am more adult. Oh my goodness, Blake, what are you doing?
Wow.
What is he? And he's going. There were some people who were going straight for the cliffs, but it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. So these are my training partners.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is the level that everyone always tells me, like, for only training for a year and a half, Kane, you're really good. Like, you're honestly like up there with some of the adults already. And I'm like, okay, but I train with these guys. Like, I train with these guys. So I constantly, oh, there we go. He locks it into the bear trap up there. I don't ever feel bad when I train with them. They've been training forever, and I have not. And they understand it now. You know, it's second nature to them. But at the same time, it is tough sometimes to be in practice and
Nice
to be
and
doing
controlled.
pretty good, honestly.
Going all the way
I
through.
would say I've been getting a lot better as I've noticed it, but it's like,
Well done.
you've got these guys, him and his brother, and then their dad, and then my training partner. all wiping the floor with me in races, or, you know, not making the little errors that I'm doing, and then they go for big skips, and I'm like, I want to know how to do that. Hopefully I get there in the next year or so. But I'm definitely getting better, and these guys are definitely pushing me, and I'm super grateful. Oh, why did he airball that? That's rough. It's all right, he'll get it. 35 seconds though. That's not a lot of time.
You got this, Blake? Because Jack's first run, Jack was second for speed.
Oh, so close. Tough one. Tough one. Yeah, that's a tricky obstacle, and I'm definitely most nervous about that one. I do think every other obstacle I can beat as long as I'm not reckless. We'll call it there because technically Blake's run is officially over. We'll pop up soapbox here. So that's one of the courses I have to do. The flow course. Oh, I forgot to do the conclusion. We were just admiring Brett's course, and then we got sidetracked looking at all my teammates. In conclusion, Ninja can still be fun while being professional. I would like to see more obstacles that are like that, a little fun and a little professional. I also believe that if people fail a move they haven't practiced, that's just a skill or strength thing, especially if a large amount of other athletes beat it. There are valid concerns, and there are also not so valid concerns. That wraps up everything that I have to say about different obstacle types. It's just tough because you know that there's going to be people who are going to be like, well, my kid failed this. That's not fair. That's not in our gym. I'm sorry. There are hundreds of ninja gyms out there, and it's like they can only do so much about it, you know? It's up to the gym and the athlete and the coach to train the athlete for whatever moves come their way. And that's what truly separates people like the boys from the men, you know? In NSC is 85 people who register, and they're all elite level athletes. They're all incredibly strong, but it's the people who can adapt to the new stuff on the fly, the new combos of moves. It's those ninjas that end up cracking into the top 10, and those ninjas that end up getting onto the podium. And so it's just, it does make a difference. I don't like to be like, it's a skill issue. You guys suck. But like at the same time, partially a skill thing. Anyways, we're back at the title screen. We are now into the discussion portion of the soapbox episode. So if anybody has any thoughts on obstacles overall, what obstacle types would you like to see in the future of Ninja on shows, in leagues? You let me know. Let's chat. Are there a lot of horror stories with ninja parents? Not to my knowledge, no. Alex, though, has more experience, and he says so many. There are definitely ninja parents who will sometimes hover. Like, I've been a referee for competitions, and the parents will hover, and I can tell on their phone they've got the rule book, and they're watching not just their kid run the course, but they're also watching me to make sure that I don't make any calls that are not in line with the rule book or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, I work for the league. I'm not going to make that mistake, and I haven't had any experiences like that. So, yeah. We need more concept-based obstacles in Ninja, past the ideas of bar lâché and rope tech. As much as I hate the carnival, the creative concepts of A&W is something I miss now. Honestly, fair. I like that there's different variables, but it's controlled variables. Like Carnival, I didn't hate on Carnival. I didn't dislike Carnival too much. I thought Carnival was actually all right. I just think that it was a little gimmicky with the theming, but like I like the concept of Carnival. Evan says that he also really likes the saloon doors on the jumping spider that Brett put up at Motive a while back. I love them. I really wish I could try them. I loved that last year. The Ninja Challenge League in Australia, they actually put that on stage 1, and it put some sting back into the jumping spider, which at the time everyone was just destroying, but now, you know, with the saloon doors, it added an extra little wrinkle. Let me put my glasses on. I can't see without my glasses, but now you guys can just see blue light and my reflection of things. That's weird. I would actually like to see more element tech or maybe some coffin. Coffins are tough. Coffins are sketchy and coffins are tricky. I wouldn't mind more coffins, but I think more people need to know how to do a coffin in order to actually start making them more regular. That's for sure. Obstacle with a similar concept to Anaconda. I'm guessing you mean the ability to choose your own path and strategize and make your own strategy on it, while still having a defined set of rules. Like, you can't touch this stuff, but you can touch anything here. Decide your way through. I like it. I like it. A coffin is like spin hoppers, yeah, but instead of going up all the time, it's like you're literally going across. Like, it is bar here, and you're doing like a 5 or 6 foot lache backwards, and you catch it like this. Your head is like this, and it's called a coffin because if you fall, you're down. You're on your back. Your legs are up by your face almost when you're trying to catch it. They're sketchy. Yeah. Please make better names for some of the obstacles. Cubes makes me want to kill myself. I didn't care I don't really care about the obstacle names. I think obstacle names are whatever. The only dumb one that I honestly think is Fallout, because Fallout was sponsored and then it wasn't, but it returned with the same name. That was dumb. That was weird. Yeah, is what it is. Next month is going to be June 1st, by the way. It's going to be a Saturday, June 1st. So 2 Saturdays from now is going to be the 12th episode of Soapbox. And since I do it one a month, it is the 1 year special of Soapbox. I've saved this one specifically for the 1 year anniversary. So I have not seen the video that you're talking about, Evan. Geo was trying coffins. That's interesting. Oh, not the Sasuke guy. I read that. Never mind. I read that wrong. Never mind. I know who you're talking. When our boy Geo. Yeah. Okay. No, I remember that on the maker steps. Yeah, that was sick. I'm bummed. I wish I was in that regional because I genuinely think I would have done better on that course as opposed to how I think I'm going to do on the motive courses. But the motive courses are still going to be epic. I'm still going to, give it everything I got. Let me see if I can find the speed course real quick, actually, because the speed course is all very easy obstacles that I can beat, but the time limit is so strict, you have to link everything. It's insane. Like, if you don't link, I think you have room for 1 extra backswing at best. At best. Anything more than that, you're going to time up, which I think is ridiculous. But I think it also really works in their favor. Hold up, let me pause this. Let me go where I think he started. Okay. Here we go. Let me pull this up. This is once again my friend. He got the fastest time on this, so I'm going to show you what I mean. About elevation changes, about whatever. Maddie, that's not a hot take. A lot of people agree with you on that, actually. Here we go. So this is the speed course that I've got to run. 1 fall and you're done. I know I can sprint through this stuff, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just run right into the slider. Run right into the trapeze. I don't know about going straight to the trampoline. I might take 1 swing. People have cleared by taking 1 swing. But look at that. There's links. This is the one that I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to approach it. Do I link it? Do I
wanted that first one.
like,
It wasn't there. Setting up
Cooper's
for the
linking
others.
it like
Here we
a
go.
boss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about this too much. This
Great
part
job.
can be a little time consuming.
He's moving 33 seconds.
He's already got that ring. He pops
He's off
through
with
it.
30 seconds
Get
left.
up there. Come on, focus on your hands. Focus on your hands.
Like, he's
Corner.
flying.
You're there, yes.
Time limit's like
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I will give myself
Solid.
that was the fastest time, 49 seconds. I think the time limit was like 1:49. I don't mind the course, honestly. I think the course is really cool, but I'm just like, crap. I have to link everything, or I'm not going to get to the buzzer. Even if I don't fail an obstacle, if I don't move quickly on some of these, I'm just straight up not going to have the time to clear, which is a shame. But I've also been waiting specifically for a course like this where I have to sprint. So I'm not even mad at the speed course aspect of it. And I honestly am glad that it's a speed course and then a longer course, because I would hate to do 2 long, techie, pumpy courses. That would suck. So I like this layout personally. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun, actually. How expensive are obstacles to build in all of your ninja gyms and leagues? That varies very much so. So let me pull up. DGS is essentially the main obstacle manufacturer of ninja stuff for leagues and everything. There have been a lot of other smaller companies. I think there's only 2 or 3 in the United States that are no longer affiliated with DGS. Like, DGS is Obstacle Disney. Let's put it that way. They just keep buying people out, and they keep buying different ideas and different smaller companies. Monstro was a group with them. Here we go. 111, which I believe is the Albertis. Barn Built, which is Matt Bradley. Brett Sims, his stuff. Makercraft, which is Kevin Carbone. Like, Monstro right here. There's not many other... There's... Let me check. My Ninja Source. Right here. And honestly, the only thing that I want to buy from them personally, I actually own this. I own this. Not those. That's crazy. But where is it? Let's see the different grips. Is it there? I want to buy their Kane. I want to buy the Kane because it's like a solid Kane for Kane Lane and like Kane Precision. Like right. Not that one. Where's the ice pick? They call it. Yeah, the small one in his hand right there. I want one of those. Besides that, I don't really need too much from, you know what I mean? Like, where's the shop page? Shop now? See what the shop is. See, like, I want one of these. You can get it in black or you can get it in, which I'm probably going to get it in black. Anyways, that's $80 though. Oh, let's go back to the shop for a second. There's a magnetic one for 120. There's slider wheels that you make for sliders. There's bear traps. Bear traps are $335 here. Taking a look here at all the different stuff they have. Let's just look at balance obstacles. Balance obstacles are crazy. I don't want help from you, Sensei. Anyways, full throttle. They're spring-loaded steps, and they pop back up. $119 to $569. But you know what? DGS can charge like this because they don't really have a lot of competition. They have My Ninja Source and then Silent Ninja. I don't know why I said Ning. No, I'm not even going to try that. That's going to sound bad. Full catalog. They got these pretty affordable holds. But most of them are sold out right now. So when I look for holds, this is my go-to, honestly. because I do want to start getting myself some like fat chucks and some, no cheat chucks and things like that. Like they're pretty affordable. It's like 15 for one. Okay, so if I spend $60, I have a set of 4. I could put them in a line and I could work my way through some nunchucks. That's not bad, I think that's okay. Let's take a look at equipment here. Hanging, swinging. Let's go with hanging. A pair of pegs is $14. This cannonball is $16 for one. This donut is $40. Like this nunchuck is $26 and it's about the same size as like this one or this one pretty much. So I don't know. DGS, they make some very high quality stuff. It's just that like it is expensive because they own majority of the stuff in the United States. They've recently also been, I think they were selling to Canada at one point. They do ship internationally. But Canada, Israel, Poland, and Russia, I know for a fact, all have their own manufacturers, as does Australia. I don't know about all the manufacturers in Europe, though. I know that there's one in Germany, I believe. And they just kind of mass distribute to the whole community. I don't know what France does, though. A lot of the European ninjas, they just kind of make their own. A lot of gyms will include like stuff that they just built themselves, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's really cool, but still, it takes a lot of work. When you make an obstacle, it really depends on how much material you need. Just depends on how much material you need to make, how much time is put into the obstacle, how many tools you need to use. Because like for wood ones, you need to sand it, you need to route it, you need to, make sure that it's smooth and safe and then injury free. Maybe make sure that you're not going to get splinters on something wood. You want to say DGS is being a cash grab, but it's so popular among everyone, you can't. Exactly. DGS sponsors all 4 of the big ninja leagues in the United States. So it's not a cash grab even. They are just a monopoly of ninja obstacles. So that's why people build obstacles themselves for half the price. Yeah, actually, oh my gosh, I get to actually use this while I do a show and tell on obstacles that I've gotten recently. Whoa, okay, hold on. To turn on the webcam again. There we go. Hello. Okay, so I have a friend who builds obstacles for the gym that I coach at, and he was just like, hey, I'm looking for some quick cash. Are there any obstacles that you want me to build for you? And, I'm not going to charge you DGS prices. I paid for all 6 of the items that I have in my hands in my lap right now. I think I paid a total of $90, which when you see them, I mean, for $90, it's pretty solid. So I'm going to start off. I got these lobster claws. They're not totally drawn out or carved to scale, but they're supposed to be like canes, essentially. Miniature canes that they look like hooks. They're called lobster claws because they're hooks. We didn't have anything to trace off of these, so he just kind of made them by hand, by eye. But I have these and I use them. I use them quite a bit actually, and they're pretty solid. I'm debating. What's up, Billy? Welcome to the show and tell portion of Soapbox, I guess. I'm debating bringing these to Hawaii with me to keep training, just to train different grips. Not against it. I just don't know how practical it would be to have this right now. But there's that. The one that I got with the lobster claws is my personal favorite. It is my Batarang, modeled after Brett Sims' Batarang. DGS sells this for like 40 to 80 bucks depending on the weight, and I got this for individually. This was 20 bucks. I was gonna paint it, but if you'll look right here, that is my blood. I have bled on this already because I clipped my hand. The bar that we were using at Level Up to practice it, it is square. It was square, so the corner clipped my thumb right there, and so my thumb blood is on this Batarang. So I'm like, you know what? It's got chalk, it's got rust already, it's got marks, it's got blood. So pretty happy with this one. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. I'm probably gonna write like on the face here, like property of Kane Casillas or Kane not Kasugi. I'm not sure yet. If anyone has like a cool like way to write my name on it or something, feel free to send it my way. I want to draw it, color it in with a marker or something, or even like put a sticker on it. Who knows? That'd be cool. But yeah, love this Batarang. I've been using it a lot, as you can tell by the wear and tear. But the wood itself is holding up very strong. It's very high quality, so I'm really happy with this. The stuff that I am 100% taking to Hawaii when I go for a week to... I'm going for my brother's graduation and also to see my family. My sister is coming back from... my sister came back from college a couple weeks ago. My dad just turned 50. My sister just turned 20. And my mom, for those who do not know, is currently battling breast cancer. Smaller case right now. It's like a very small bit, so it's nothing too severe, but either way, I have 4 family members outside of my wife, and I have reasons to see all of them right now. So I'm very excited that I get to go and see them. But of course, I'm going to have a month to train for Worlds still. So my friend then made me these nice little cliffhangers that I bought some straps from DGS. DGS, I mean, shout out for the straps. Solid. I have 3 of them. So there's 2 right there, and there's 1 right here. This is literally going in my backpack, so that way I can put them up on my old pull-up bar and practice different grips going across little tiny cliffs. Thank you guys for all the support with my mom. She's been good. You know, she's been a little sore, but they caught it very early, so I'm very grateful about that. Treatment's been going well, and I don't see this being a super duper long standing battle. I think it's going to be won pretty soon, I hope. The shows are still broke. How do I get past security with those obstacles? I explained it to them. I don't know. I've never really had to come across that problem, but I brought stuff last time. I brought a cannonball through TSA. Not a literal cannonball, YouTube. If you ever see this for whatever reason, I did not bring a weapon. I mean a Ninja Warrior cannonball. I brought those through TSA, so I think I'm gonna be okay. Funny enough, I think they're gonna be more concerned about my laptop just because it's a laptop. They're gonna probably look at that more than the cliffhangers. Yeah, but you're British, Billy. British security's like, I'll be fine. Gosh dang it, Casey, no. I am not a terrorist. Oh, man. That was a horrible way to word things, I know. That was terrible. Man, that was rough. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see what else. Those are all the obstacles that I've gotten recently from my friend. I pay him. He doesn't charge me a whole bunch of extra, so that's really nice. And pretty happy with it. You know, pretty happy with what I have so far. Nothing has snapped on me. Granted, I've had it for less than a month, but I don't think it's going to snap on me at all, period. There are a couple of things that I do plan on buying. I plan on buying like that Kane that I was talking about, and then also bolt cutters from DGS. Matt Bradley made them. I need to get better at tech. So, yeah. Jeez. Okay. Jeez. Trying to think of what else I have left to talk about, because I think honestly I'm out of stuff to talk about. I'm probably going to start my vlog on regionals soon. Gosh, that vlog is going to be either really good or really bad, guys. I hate to break it to you. That vlog could suck, genuinely. Who knows? I hope not. It's just that I'm going to edit it in like... What's up, Callum? I'm going to edit that vlog in like an hour or two. So it is going to be somewhat rushed. But it's also going to be, I think, pretty chill regardless. You saw a plastic ring at Grips explode. That's interesting. What did I do to my phone tripod? There it is. Okay, well... Trying to think of what else there is. Anybody else have anything to say about soapbox stuff? Dropskate 10, Dropskate 10, apply for Dropskate 10. Go sign up. We're at 16. Let's get more. Let me actually see. How many signups are we at for Dropskate? We might still be at 16. I haven't checked in a day or two. We're at 17. Yeah. There's some special quotes here. Okay. Yeah, honestly, guys, you should also check out Dropsman. Kane Malden from TSN has been trying to get a Dropskate type. It's a Dropskate spinoff where we follow Sportsman's format, and it was really fun. I did it the first time, and I won, and I enjoyed the challenges. Kane put on a good show. It's just that there were some contestants there who were trying to like take control of the situation. That was really annoying. But that person is no longer in the community, so I don't think it'll be a problem again. It'll just be people trying to be funny, and is what it is. But Dropsman, yeah, definitely do Dropsman. If Kane brings it back, you guys should definitely check it out. Make some time for it. I might even, if I'm off, oh man, I'm gonna make some time for it. I will. I gotta go back to back. I gotta try and defend my title of Dropsman #1. What was your special quote? Casey, I am saving that as a surprise for the broadcast. For when I make Dropskate video. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, Poke, that's the greatest quote in Dropskate. Yeah. We're going to travel to different states now, boy. We're going to travel to all the different states in the world, boys and girls and everything in betweens. You would not have won Dropsman if I would have wiped the floor with you still, Billy. I hope you know that. I would have wiped the floor with you. What else? When I go on my trip, I'm gonna literally, while I'm flying, because I have 3 flights to get to Hawaii, so I'm gonna work on a TSN video that I told the TSN crew I was gonna work on. And then we record Ninja Roast. Ninja Roast is gonna be fun, very, very fun. You are not the goat of quick muscle, Billy. I am going to I would wipe the floor with you in quick muscle. 100%. Let's do it right now, actually. Friggin', oh, I can't bring my camera downstairs to my pull-up bar. I will take you down in quick muscle. Now, are we talking 90-degree pull-ups only, or are we talking stinking strict all the way down pull-ups? Like, all the way down. Is that what's going on? Casey, it's funny that you think that that's only the 3rd obstacle of stage 1. Oh, push-ups. Quick muscle push-ups. Oh, that's right. You know what? I don't know why I was thinking of the Kensui challenge. Why was I thinking of the Kensui challenge? Push-ups. You might have me in push-ups. I don't know. I do a lot. I could do push-ups to a beat and stuff. I could do well. But yeah. Oh, I'm going to do some yoga. Got to calm myself down for yoga. I actually have to wrap the stream up if no one has anything else to say, because I just realized, like, I have to actually start, like, going and packing and getting ready for my trip. So Ghost chair would be a turn off for me for Dropsman. Okay, well, I am off to battle, my friends. The plan now is to not get last place. I'm hoping to get top 10. I'm not going to pack on stream, then I'm not going to have any content for my vlog, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Just going to do this and this. Would you consider a show like Sportsman to be Ninja? It's been a debate. Sportsman is not Ninja. No. No. Again, I think I broke it down like the buns, like way back when in Soapbox. I think it had it broken down like the Bonsuke verse and then the Ninja verse, and that's just more on like the Bonsuke side of things, you know, with Kiniku Bonsuke, with Viking, and with all the specials, Super Dog, everything like that. I think that falls more into that category. And then Ninja is like the only ones that overlap in Ninja is Sasuke and Kunoichi. Yeah. And even then, honestly, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but Kunoichi is kind of iffy as well for me in terms of what is canon in Ninja. But it's also not, because it is literally just Sasuke, but all female. But at the same time, I feel like we'd be a little more harsh on whether or not it belongs in Ninja if G4 had not dubbed it Women of Ninja Warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kunoichi was just another thing that we found from Japanese television and we hadn't known it from G4 or stuff like that, I honestly feel like the conversation around Kunoichi and whether or not it's canon would be a little different. But that's just me. That's a pure hypothetical. To me, it is canon. It just, I don't know. That's true. Certain obstacles in Kunoichi are still regarded as classic obstacles today. Valid point. Dancing stones, you can't go wrong with dancing stones. But I do think my point still kind of stands. I think the conversation, the narrative around it would be a little different for sure. How far do I have to drive? Pretty far, actually. I just realized it's like a 3-hour drive. I've never really I've never driven for longer than an hour and a half. I lived on an island where everything was super close together, and I've drive maybe an hour and a half for competitions. This is the furthest I'm gonna have to drive. Not 1, 2, and 8. I feel like I have to count all of them because they are the same series at the end of the day. Especially 8, because 8 has consons. It's scuffed, but it has consons, and I feel like I have to count it. 3 to 7 was really good. Kunoichi 3 to 7 was amazing. Yeah, Evan worked on the Kunoichi video. There's a lot of videos that we worked on. Subscribe to TSN, but also get people to subscribe to me, man. TSN got their 1,000. Let's get me to 1,000, man. I'm not that close, honestly. I'm a little over halfway there. Let's get there. Let's get there. I honestly don't care if I make it to 1,000 or not. I got a high quality group of people who tune into streams and watch all the videos. So if I never get to 1,000, I never get to 1,000. But would it be cool to get to 1,000? Absolutely. Get Billy to 1,000 while you're at it. Billy deserves 1,000. Billy's been at this for longer than me, and I've almost caught up with him. Imagine Kane not Kasugi and Billy Vid's sub war. That would be crazy. That would actually be crazy. Billy. Yeah, I do videos for documentation of my ninja stuff as well. I do soapbox. I do soapbox to start conversations, and so people can have something to springboard off of to have a conversation about different topics, obstacles, leagues, shows, course design, difficulty levels, things like that. But I also kind of do it so I can look back. I rewatch Soapbox myself. And not because, I love listening to my voice or whatever. No, it's because there are thoughts that I have and say that just come up sometimes. I practice what I say for the presentation, but then there are other things that come to me based off of what you guys say in the chat or based off of just a random thought that I had. And so it's like I rewatch Soapbox sometimes, so I have those thoughts in the back of my mind still, and I'm able to, remember and look back on them, and I have those notes. I think that's pretty important. And then, of course, other documentations of things as well, like my competitions or my thoughts on ninja twists and formats that shows throw in. That's a large part of what I do reviews for. I do want to get back into doing stuff for fun. I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing, but just the fun random videos have died out, and I still want to do I want to do some more dumb fun stuff. That's why we're doing Ninja Roast 3. Ninja Roast 3 is going to be hilarious. Let me see before I leave, because I do need to leave. Before I leave, let's see all of my videos that I have coming up prior to the end of June. Because when we're done with the end of June, we are officially at the end of the first half of the year. That's pretty crazy. Updating my list here. I have a giant spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet guy for organization and stuff. I have a giant list of videos and stuff that I have done or am doing that have not been used yet. So I have 3 shorts that I'm going to be using at some point. I appreciate all the love for Soapbox, by the way, guys, and I'm glad you keep coming back. Be sure to share it with some friends so we start new conversations with people as well. So next is going to be my regionals vlog. The 1-year anniversary of Soapbox is going to be on June 1st, so 2 Saturdays from now. So next Saturday is regionals vlog. The Saturday after is Soapbox 1 year. Ninja Roast 3 will be the week after that, and then a little mini update slash break for me on the YouTube side of things. On June 15th, there's that mini update. Then I'm not gonna upload much of anything, honestly. I might upload the shorts to be like used for filler. But June, those last 2 weeks of June, that's like Worlds. So you can catch me doing commentary or helping out with the international qualifier for the World Ninja League. You'll catch me on commentary for Worlds probably, and then I'll be competing at Worlds. And you already know I'm gonna vlog Worlds, so I'm just gonna spend that whole portion, the last like 2 weeks of June and the first week of July, editing and grinding and recording and working out and all that stuff. So. And then I'm also working on, there's a couple videos for TSN that I'm going to be editing. One of them is pretty much ready for me to start editing, but I'm going on vacation. And then the other one is, it's still in the process in like pre-production in a way. What are my thoughts on the editing of the Women's Championship? This was my least favorite women's championship, honestly, which is a bummer because I really, really enjoyed every women's championship. And I don't think that this women's championship was bad. It's just that, like, it has the same problem as modern Sasuke. It took way too long to wrap up stage 1. Pros and cons of having 16 people, you know? You have more time on stage 1 because you have 16 runs to get through. But then you also have 7 races, 4 races on stage 2 and 3 races on the final stage, and that's it. So it's not like it just went by too fast at the end, and it went a little too long in the beginning, in my opinion. But it was still enjoyable. I liked it. I definitely liked it, and I have a feeling that when I rank all the ninja specials, it's still gonna end up pretty high, probably. Just because I don't know. I just feel like the other specials are going to suck. That's just my thing. Not a lot of ninja specials are good, and we know this. The season 13 was the least favorite. I think the thing that saved the season 13 one for me was the rematch in the end between Megan and Jesse. That was a solid ending. Didn't like how the end result was based around the traction of shoes. I believe there was something that they could have done to wipe their feet, though. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's something valid. I don't know. I had fun with it, honestly, and I genuinely do enjoy the stage 2 races because, again, Vegas races are between good athletes who know what they're doing, not one athlete who's cracked out of their mind and then someone else who's lost all the time. Yeah, okay, but those people are probably just spewing, you know? They spewing. I think the way Addie Herman was edited already made it pretty obvious that she was going to win. Simple as that. Like, they tried to spin the fairy tale out of, like, the fact that she got second place last time to make that win even more satisfying. It felt pretty predictable from an editing standpoint. And also, just like, if you know Addie Herman and you've seen her compete before, it's not a surprise that she was in the top 2. Shocker, it was Taylor Green and Addie Herman. What an unpredictable top 2. Crazy. Yeah, if you know them, you know that they were going for the top 3 at minimum. Simple as that. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for my stream. I'll see you guys when I see you, I guess. It's on to vacation and competition in vacation mode. So, yeah, bye.